Welcome to Minecraft Sky Factory 3. What this is Minecraft with a lot of mods. As you can see here, there are hundreds of mods. I believe there's over 300, maybe around 300. And they come together so beautifully that it is pretty much its own game called Sky Factory 3. I've never played anything before, but I've only ever heard of Sky Factory 2.0. Let's call this our main survival. We don't want cheats. We have to have void world. Okay, create the world. Alright, so the very first thing I do is I put everything into my inventory. I'll get the torch out because I'm going to need that in a minute. Alright, and then I just start going down. Okay, so I use this first one. This first block of wood to create a crafting table. Alright, so what this game essentially is you start with a tree and a block of dirt, and you grow it into a massive world or a factory, and it's Sky Factory, and there's nothing around you except for void. So you really need to use your resources sparingly. So we got that going. Let's get this out. We need to get a crook. So one of these. So how you make a crook is... Oh, sticks, that's right. Alright, then. There's a crook. Alright, so what a crook does is it betters your chances of getting resources. So like tree saplings. There's tree saplings, so that way we can grow another tree just like this. We really gotta be careful not to fall off because we will lose all of our stuff and it will be a huge pain to get it all back. Alright, so I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to get you out of the sky. Alright. So we have our saplings. I'm just going to quickly... Alright, so this is called vein mining. And how you do that is right next to the number 1 on the keyboard, right below the escape, there's a little squiggly line and a little chicka. You hold that and start mining, and everything around you disappears. See, I just went from 6 to 14 saplings. It is super efficient. Alright, so now I'm going to keep busting all the way down. You can also do it with wood. You can do it pretty much with everything in the entire game. So what I'm going to do with these 3 wood logs, oops, if I stuck it in there right. Oh, what am I doing? Don't do that. You don't want to do that. Okay. And make sure you crouch, and we have to create a platform for us to stand on. And alright. And I think this is a really cool feature. So instead of waiting for this thing to grow or needing to find bone meal, which obviously there is a huge lack of, how to grow trees is you hit crouch multiple times. You just keep going. It's always random on how many times you have to hit it, but it is definitely worth it. Alright, so let's vein mine this. And I'm about to lose my crook. Alright, so you can vein mine this. As long as you have something in your hand, you can vein mine anything. And just because these are wood planks and this is wood does not mean that if I vein mine this, that the platform will disappear. So if I just do the logs, then it will only be the logs that are touching it. Alright, and let's get a second one going. Got a rainbow going all the way around. Alright, let's crook a little more of this. It's not going to get it all because it's about to break. That is enough for now. We are going to need string soon. Let's do that in a minute. I'm just going to vein mine this. Alright, so now we've got 12. Let me get a tree going. And let's keep the platform building. Okay. I like to make it as square and even as possible. I like things nice and clean, organized. Things get cluttered, it just gets a little chaotic. Alright, I'll go to round one more time. If you have watched this series before, people will often say you need to... Oh gosh dang it, I almost just fell off there. You should do the wood slabs, which I say no, because it makes everything just look so horrible. And so the reason why they wanted you to do the slabs is to keep mobs from spawning on it, which is true, and that is helpful, especially early on in the game. But from this point right here, 25 blocks in every direction will not have mobs spawn on it. Oh, that's about to get going. Let's see, I've got 14. Let's get a little bit more. Let's actually make another crook, shall we? Alright, I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to place crafting table on the edge. Actually, I'm going to make a super crook, a compressed crook, which means it's just 4 crooks, just like how you put the normal sticks in to make a normal crook. That makes a compressed crook, which lasts a lot longer. Let's stick down the torch as well, just to get a little better lighting. By the way, if you hit F7, for example, right over here, you can see X's. And this is where mobs will spawn, but they will not spawn in this immediate vicinity for 25 blocks, as I said earlier. So we are still fine. I like to keep those on just to make sure that I have everything lit up properly. Let's get crooking a little more. Alright, so we got 42 of those. I'm going to need to build an axe in just a moment. Okay, we got 16 more. Let's keep it going. Alright. Break all that. So this beginning part does get a little tedious. You just have to keep growing trees and crooking them. And in just a moment, I will show you what you can do with the with other options. So let's actually take down this tree. Let's get some more wood. Stick that there. Alright, so what you can do is you can get a barrel. And there are plenty of barrels, but what we really need is the wooden barrel. And I need to make a slab, so let's get some of those going. That will be enough for 6. I like to make as many as I can. Right now, I only have enough for 2, which is just fine for now. I like to usually have about 6 to 9, all just right next to each other. And what you do with those, so while I'm doing that, Alright, this is where shears come in. So there are multiple types of shears and weapons, all that. In the normal game, it's just the normal iron shears, which how to make those is just 2 pieces of iron. But in this Sky Factory, makes it a little harder, but you need a sapling, planks, um, sticks, which I need to make more more of that. Okay. I'm going to make as many as I can, which for some reason it didn't do that. Shift, come on. There we go. Alright, so now we got an abundance. Let's get this tree grown. Alright. This also works with vein mining, but they break super fast. So you just have to keep making more and more. That's why I made a whole lot. Alright, so you take these 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to fill a barrel. And as you can see, that it's starting to compost into dirt. So you turn leaves into dirt, which then will allow us to have more places to grow trees, or we can sift them, which means you just run it through a mesh or like a net, and it will give you stone pebbles and other resources that you can then smelt to create more stuff. So this does get a little tedious. Let's get that out, stick a little more in, start composting while we get the tree going. Alright, so let's break that. Got a lot of planets in the sky. Oh man, this one's taking a little while. Here we go. My food source is getting a little scarce. I think I have 3 apples, which I'm actually going to eat right now. Okay, that's good, that's good. Alright. I'm going to need to get a better food source going soon, because I cannot live on apples very long, but you also can eat silkworms. They're not as good. Let me check really quick. Oh, it's not giving a percentage of how many food it can restore. Oh well, let's get some more trees cut down. Alright, I actually really need apples now, so I'm going to start crooking. There we go. Okay, so I got 2 apples, which will do a decent amount. Get this back. Okay, so we've got 6 blocks of dirt. Alright. So one thing that we can do that will really help us out is right here we have the achievement book, which if you hold it in your hand and left click, it shows you all of the many things that you can do if you keep going through. Alright, right here. So this is the wood age. And this is a list of everything that you can do in this game. It doesn't tell you how to do them most of the time. Like use a crook on leaves to get saplings and a silkworm, which if you don't know what a crook is, then you're kind of out of luck. So you just kind of have to go and figure stuff out. Like you exit that and you have to go in here, and it's like, I don't know what a crook is. What is a crook? Oh, that's a crook. Okay, so that's how you make a crook. Oh, that's really weird. Tiger sticks, and it always changes. You can use any type of sticks on this. Obviously, the very first thing that you get is an oak stick. So it's the most helpful. Let's get back into the book. Okay, so we got that. We torqued a sapling into a tree. Make dirt by composting saplings or leaves in an oak barrel, that's what we did. Infest the leaves with a silkworm. Alright, so that is the next thing we will be doing right now. Whoops. There we go. Let's get the silkworm ready. It does take a minute to get the leaves infested, so I'm just gonna go nuts. Let's get on the outside a little more. Let's get the top. This way it just gets it going. Alright, as you can see, there's another progress bar on this one as well. It just tells us how much longer we have until we can break them. And we use silkworms to infest leaves. And once you get them completely maxed out, the progress bar maxed out, then you can crook it in order to get string. And string is actually very useful in this game. While that's going, let's read the next thing. So we infested that. So string, you need to create a string, a sieve, however you want to say that. Say sieve. Alright, so use a crook on that. Craft a sieve. Collect rainwater in an oak barrel. Ooh, that's going to be important. Let's get some more oak barrels going. Okay, so we got a lot of that. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got a lot of those. Whoops. Alright, so we've got 9 of that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to stick 2 of those. You know, if I have 2 of those, then I am able to collect rainwater. But what you can also do is create something called a crucible. Okay, so this is actually done. So I'll talk about the crucible in just a moment to collect rainwater. Or you don't need to use rainwater. You can use it to create water of your own. Alright, so we just got a whole lot of string. Let's use that to create a sieve. Alright, multiple types of sieves again, but the only one that we really need is this regular sieve, which means we need sticks. And it looks like we're out of wood planks. That's my fault. So let's get that. Let's get that growing. Whoops. Okay, well, that's good enough. We're going to need a lot of those anyway. Alright, so I have enough for 2. I'm actually going to stick that down there. The most important things we need are leaves. Thanks for reminding me. Let's get this thing going again. So all of this can be completely automated at one point in the game, but at the beginning, obviously, it misses a lot of resources. Like you can have stuff automatically put leaves in, and then you have a little pipe coming out at the bottom to take the dirt out. Oop. Unfortunately, there is no way to really automate. Well, there is, but it's not very simple. It's very complex. And the way we do that is we create these garden clutches that automatically grow stuff. And if you have a sapling or something that will just come out with the essence, and you can make it something beautiful and actually make real resources out of it. But that's not until later, so I will move on from that. And we were doing the mesh. That's right. Alright, so we have enough in that stack for 1, but I need to make 2. So unfortunately, you cannot stack these, so you have to set them side by side. I'm going to stick the sieves over here. You have to put these in individually. Alright, so how you do that, let's get this going once again. Alright, so what these are used for is you get dirt, and you can do multiple at a time. You can go up to 9 in a square, and it will give you quite a bit. Alright, so that just gave me seeds, which I'm going to need to plant soon. I need to make this thing bigger and get a garden going. Alright, really quick. So when you can make cobblestone by 4x4 of the pebbles, I made 7. So ultimately what I'm trying to do is create a cobblestone generator, which uses lava and water and kind of combines them, but it's all inside of this really cool block, this machine, and it automates the working of cobblestone. Okay, so we got another seed going. We got an oak seed. Alright, so we're gonna need to get a chest going soon. Alright, let's get that out. We're not gonna need that for a little bit. Get those. Let's get the pebble out of there. Alright, now we're just gonna go shear some leaves again. Get the book, actually. Oh, that was quick. Alright, we're on our last shear now. Okay. Real quick. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to start expanding a little bit. Let's see, I want my farm to be on the west side. Again, I like to keep things organized, so I apologize if this seems a little tedious. Alright, let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so this is how far I'm going to make my my crop garden. It's not going to be very big at the moment because I don't have a lot of dirt to spare. I pretty much just have the 2. Okay. Gotta be careful not to fall off. Actually, move the torch. Right there. Okay, let's get some more of these. Let's see, we need to make a crucible. Alright, so this is how you can create your own water. Alright, let's go over to this crafting table. It's a little dangerous, standing on the edge. I need to expand it a little more. Alright, so crucible. Oops. Excuse that writing. Alright, so I need more oak wood. That's something that we have unlimited of. Let's stick it. There. I'm gonna break these. Stick that on the crucible. And same thing as with those other things, with the wooden barrels. You can fill this with water. I think that's pretty neat. So we have unlimited water supply pretty much. I'm going to need to actually create one soon. Let's get some more leaves. Well, at the moment, let's keep composting. Yeah, let's get some more barrels down. All right. Oh shoot, I forgot shears. I mean, I can't enter all of the ingredients normally because I do know how they are, but I think this is just a lot faster. Oh wow, we can build 11 of them. Well, we're going to eat through those really quick. Oops. All right, let's organize this a little better. Okay, I got that. Ooh, more shears, cool. Alright, let's start getting this thing going faster. Usually by the time we get to the 9th one, the first one that we started filling should be about ready to pull out. Oh, it's at 60%. Alright, so that is ready. Now what I need is a way to transport it. So let's look up which buckets are available for us to make. So you got the regular bucket, but we don't have any iron yet. So let's see. I don't know if there is. I know there's clay buckets. I think a clay bucket is the thing that we're going to have to make. So in order to make clay... Alright, so this is going to be a little tedious. Let's get cobblestone. Don't place it at the edge, just in case it falls off. Okay, there's that. Now we have to make a hammer. So it's one there. Stick there, stick there. Then this can be vein mined as well. Okay, so that created gravel. Okay. And then from gravel, Okay, from gravel, created sand, and from sand, you create dust. And so what you do with the dust is you stick it into the crucible filled with water, and it will create... Oh gosh, that fell off. Come on, get... Oh, that's not good. Okay, let's get rid of some shears. Okay, so I got clay now. Let's get the crucible going again. Let nature do its business. Oh, that's right. You can also stick saplings in here. I forgot about that. Alright, and then have to break that in order to get clay. Let's make a clay bucket. Crap, okay. I need to... We don't need that. I need to create a storage place. Stick it right next to that. Okay, things I don't need. Don't need bacon. I'm going to stick all that stuff from the beginning in there because I don't really need that. So pretty much most of this is useless except for these 3. Digital guide. I'm still trying to figure out how to use that, but right now it's a little useless to me. But the bacon and the donut are... I believe it was the creator. His name's Bacon Donut or something. So that's where that name came from. Clay seeds. Alright, so now what we're going to need to do is get some more pebbles. So we can fire up that clay. Alright, let's see. Oh wow, we got 48. Cool. Creates 12. That's more than enough. Oops. And let's place that. Stick half in there. Now let's fire it up. Actually, let's get some charcoal going. Oh shoot, that's right. I need to get the actual wood logs, huh? And of course I need more dirt. If I can stick seeds in there. Nope. Oh, grass seeds. That will come in handy once we start needing an actual animal farm. In just a moment, I'm going to need to eat. Tree, get out of here. Alright, now let's get this thing growing a little better. Alright, so I'm going to just place some water there. It's going to flow all the way down. That'll help us also get down to the bottom just in case we fall off. Speaking of which, I should probably make this a tad bit wider. Whoops. Alright, now let's get a hoe. Okay, let's go back and get some seeds. Let's see. Needed. Potato seeds are good. Oh. Oh, there we go. Okay, all of the rest are just tree seeds, which we do not need at the moment. Let's get regular seeds. I have potato right there. So you also can get a watering can, but with the limited resources, it's not going to be for a little while. Alright, I need to eat an apple. Alright, so this is going to be where it's... Oh, sorry. Oh, it feels good to stretch. This is where it's going to get really tedious, and it's going to get really boring if I record it. So I am going to end this part right now and continue doing all of this tedious stuff. For some reason, I really enjoy it. If you like feeling accomplished, this is a really fun game. You really just start out with the tree and grow it into all of this. This is what we've gotten so far. Like, we got a farm going. We've got seeds. We've got, like, we're playing God right now. So when I feel like I have done all of the farming and grinding to get enough of resources to continue, I will start the second part. I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far. Please subscribe if you are so generous. And I will talk to you. I will see you guys in a little bit.